Hi guys, you're watching the Geek 7 today. We're talking about Fear of the Walking Dead Series 1, Episode 1 to 6. First time reaction and review. But briefly, I just want to say I've been watching The Walking Dead, the main show, for quite a bit now. And I got to meet Aaron from The Walking Dead. I've got Negan's bat, I've got Rick's coat, and Rick's death scene, I guess you could say, with the zombies coming on the bridge that someone made and I paid for in a bid. And as you can see, there's Rick's coat. So I am a massive Walking Dead fan. I've been watching it all for the first time, but I've just been loving the universe and the characters, and I've been collecting some of the merch, as you can see. So I thought, give the spin-offs a go. Daryl Dixon Series 1 I've watched, and it's either coming out after this show or before. I'm not really sure how I'm planning that yet, but I've already reviewed it. It's on my drafts for the channel, so stay tuned for Daryl Dixon Series 1 review. I've also talked about all of The Walking Dead, watching it for the first time, and that review's already out, so check it out. I've also talked about World Beyond, the spin-off. Oh, that was a hard watch. That was a tough watch. But I do think Series 1 of this show was actually better than that. But geez, I've heard bad things about this show, but Fear of the Walking Dead, it's not as good as the main show. And so far, it's not. But I've watched the Series 1 for the first time, Episode 1 to 8. And, the characters are not gelling with me. I'm not really getting it. But here's my thoughts and opinions on this series so far. So Series 1, the introduction was okay. Like, we had this guy literally seeing zombies, but then people not probably going to believe him, so he keeps it to himself for a bit. And the world, this was the interesting part from this show, is they shown the beginning of The Walking Dead. So we basically jumped with Rick and we seen elements of that, but we didn't get to see it because he was in a coma. Whereas in The World Beyond, we saw it as flashbacks. Whereas this actually shows you what happens from the beginning, which is kind of cool. And the people, the government hiding this, and the virus spreading of such, and certain people turning into zombies, and people just running off and going, oh my god, the police shot this guy, and he's like, that was cool. We got to see the aspect of the world. And then when the walls start crumbling with Episode 2 and 3, the police were still there, and they were still trying to defend the riots and the streets while the zombies were coming about, The police were trying their best. Then the army, towards the end of this series, has took over this city, and they're trying to protect them with the barriers, and if people get ill, they kind of take them out, and trying to take control of this and can keep it going. But even the army, towards the end of Series 1, kind of start to bail out and want to go, and there's rumours of that happening. And then we just see the breakdown of society with Series 1, which I liked. I think that worked. But the characters were naff. The family man dynamic they tried to do was basically Rick. They did not succeed with and go anywhere near Rick's level. With also the family characters not really having much of a sacrifice, I felt, and having major characters not really be taken out. We've seen some deaths, and we've seen that obviously neighbour going into their house and potentially killing that dog that kind of helped them and warned them, which was sad. But the zombies in this weren't the best used either, to be fair. I didn't think like they really were that much of an impact. I think the villain of this series was definitely the humans, and how they used the society breaking down to start rioting the streets, taking out people. And one of our characters loses his wife, and he's trying to find out, and he only finds out towards the very end of the series that she's been fading away and stuff. And then they kind of put her out of misery, I guess, from the virus that was spreading in her. And he takes an army dude. He literally takes an army dude and torturing him and stuff. And it's like, whoa. The humans are pretty much the bad people in this series, for Series 1, I felt. But I did like the aspect of the society breaking down. There was little subtle things from Episode 1, like certain students not turning up to school. Or there was an aspect of this guy carrying a knife he wanted to take into school and was trying to convince the teacher to let him, but no. You know, there's certain things not quite right. The government would have told you if this was wrong. Yeah? Yeah? No. The characters just didn't hit with me. The boy was very annoying. The mom was, I thought, gonna die at one point towards the end when they got the card not working to let them through the door. I thought that would have been a cool death. That would have made some impact in this show, but no. That guy who's dating the mom, he loses his other partner instead in the end of this, and he has to deal with that sacrifice. So I guess that's a blow for him, for maybe turn him darker for series 2. Who knows? But I like the army taking over and trying to give curfews out and stuff like that, and it was very pandemic vibes with people wearing masks and everything. So, you know, throughout the series, it did do stuff, but it didn't do stuff quite well. Like, it didn't completely finish the idea, is what I felt. I'm gonna give this a generous 5 out of 10 for series 1. I think it definitely needs a massive improvement, but I did think it was trying it, and it was trying to do something different to The Walking Dead, but still be in the same connection vibe, which I don't think it succeeded. But I will check out series 2. I will try my hardest to give it a go, but episode 1 and 2 were really tough to get into, and I was thinking, should I knock this on the head? Ooh. But no, I kept going, and now I'm going to try series 2 and get through that, and hopefully be a bit more positive, to be fair. I think I've talked about some positive stuff. Like, I've tried to praise it as best as I can, but yeah, the deaths weren't even that, Walking Dead got gruesome as it went on, so maybe this will get more gruesome as it goes on as well. 8 series is a lot to go by, so it's got to go somewhere and succeed in some ways. So yeah, series 2, I'll be doing a review and reaction and talk to that next time, so stay tuned for that. But of course, I've done World Beyond. I've talked about the main show and reviewed all of them episodes, so check them out. And I've also done Daryl Dixon series 1, but I don't know whether that's coming out after this, Fear of the Walking Dead, when filming this, or I put it out before. So it might not be on the channel until after this show's finished, or it might be before, so check it out if it is. If it's not, it's coming. Stay tuned. Because World Beyond was a bit, and that's my opinion. You can go and check the rest out there. But there was other shows as well, with the Negan and Maggie show that I'm going to watch, and I haven't watched yet, but I'm saving that till after the Fear of the Walking Dead. And The Ones Who Lived kind of got spoilt the hell out of me, I'm not going to lie, so I know quite a lot, but I haven't seen that series yet, and I'm saving it to the very end because it's got Rick, so I want to save it to the final go. So I am going to review that. Just, it's going to be the last show of the Walking Dead universe that I'm going to check out first. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and see me for series 2, or check out other Walking Dead content that's already out on the channel. Thank you guys for watching. I'm a big geek. I love Marvel, Doctor Who, Rick and Morty, so really is a place to be for a geek like me. So join and subscribe. See you guys next time.